us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britzig.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh, goes the win! Francis is gunner!
Well, this is just a test. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow. It looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding. Wow. It's very rare. What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get the
Oh.
It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the tangent.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch. Wow. How good is this? Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
What's up, fight fans? Here we are, Gruntworks Nation, Veteran Trash Talk. We are here to talk UFC Fight Night coming up tomorrow. All right, got to brag a little bit. All right, I'm a little tipsy. I'm on vacation. I'm in the beautiful Ojai Valley. All right, just got out of the pool. It's a great time. I just beat Jeff Wright in golf. He's a 2 handicap, and I destroyed him. So it's a big day. But anyways, We made a shit ton of money last week. Okay, like unbelievable amount of money. If you don't believe in these guys, you're nuts. Okay, I bet Bill's parlay, I bet Joe's parlay, I bet all of their parlays together hit all three for a total of $30, paying out $750. Boom! All right, so that was awesome. Anyways, yeah, so big shout out to our sponsor, Fleet Techs. You just heard the spot right there. If you have any type of automotive or mechanical background and you're looking for a job, or he wants to hire veterans, check out fleettechs.com. Make it happen. All right. So, anyways, I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, you guys destroyed it last week. It was phenomenal. People who don't understand the amount of, like work that you guys put into it, that you make these picks, it's crazy. Again, when I make my picks, I just did my picks about 15 minutes ago. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am just here for the sole entertainment purpose of not wearing a shirt, smoking a cigar, and telling you who's going to win based on their name. They're called clown picks. All right. So don't bet the clown picks, but you better pay attention to what these guys are doing. It's phenomenal. And stick around all the show, because at the end of the show, they're going to give you their DraftKings sleeper, their locks, and their parlays. But anyways, hey, we got Joe Triggered Britson, who is only down by 1 to the champ, Bill.
That's definitely not true, but we'll make it interesting.
It's not true. I thought we covered this last week. Are we regressing? I mean, if I'm wrong, I will correct myself. But
I'm not concerned either way.
I'm not concerned. But anyways,
as long as we keep hitting 100%, who gives a shit?
Anyways, our
for
viewers
the fight nerds out there, Jessica Rose Clark was the first fight on the card. I missed that one. And in the story of Joe losing last week, that's where it ends. I hit every other fight on the card, and I bet a 9-fight parlay, and I hit it. Dude, stick with us, man. The gravy is in the prelims. We've been cleaning up.
Yeah, that's a full fact. Hey, we have a long fight card today, so let's get into it. All right, and apparently this isn't a good fight card. So this is a purely gambling show, right?
Top to bottom, no, but it's got some good fights.
Got some good fights to get on it, and like Joe said pre-show, and I'm sure we'll get into it later on in his parlays. But the pre-card, those fights are the ones that make money on. The first fight's a lightweight fight, and we got Johnson at 21-17 versus Malarkey, all right, at 14-5. Now, when I studied the tape on this, and I was looking real hard, I noticed that Malarkey looks constipated. So I'm gonna go Johnson first round reverse enema strike, okay, because he's actually feeling sorry for Malarkey, but it's going to end up in a KO. So I'm going reverse enema strike. Look it up. It's happened one time back in 1974 before anything was sanctioned. I believe it was in Nairobi. Bill, what say you?
Reverse enema strike. I don't think that's going to happen.
Look it up. 1974 Nairobi.
Yeah, I would not go with that one. So this is actually a pretty decent fight to watch, to be honest with you. Malarkey is coming off a loss to Jalen Turner. I think it was that second round TKO.
Which isn't a bad loss considering what he just did to Brad Riddell.
Yeah, it's not a bad loss. But he's also finished 2 of his last 3 with TKOs and punches. He's got hands. He's got really good hands, and he's fought a lot of tough guys. So he's got a pretty decent chin. I mean, I think the other guy that ended him before that was Volkanovski, but Volkanovski's been on a 20-fight tear. So that's not a
saying you lost to Volkanovski just means you met him.
Yeah. So Johnson won his last fight with a KO in the second round, but then he lost 4 behind that one. This fight could go either way. Malarkey is, I think the latest one was a -250 off of MGM, which is what I'm going with. I'm going to go with Malarkey on this one. I got Malarkey finishing probably late second round, maybe mid second round, but I do have Malarkey finishing Johnson in this one, second round.
Start the alarms.
We'll just agree to disagree, Bill. All right. But anyways, if you haven't followed, if you haven't followed Bill Send It 7, VTT Send It 7 on Facebook, go follow that, and also VTT's Trigger Joe. Go follow that page as well, and then the Big Earl. All right, you'll always have a good time on my page because I don't give a shit. All right. So, anyways, Joe, what say you on that fight?
Yeah, sound the alarms. Malarkey is in a different era of his career than Johnson is. You know, Michael Johnson's got great hands. He's got very good boxing. And I think, honestly, no one talks about it because it's a bad look for Michael Johnson. But I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not a Michael Johnson fan. I'm a fan of watching him fight. But when he did the press conference with Justin Gaethje, he stepped out of line about 5 different times with shit I wouldn't say and got real nasty. And all Gaethje said is, I'm going to drag you to deep water and I'm going to break you. And not only did Gaethje break him, I think Gaethje pretty much ended that phase of Michael Johnson's career to where he's not going to get into wars anymore at all. I mean, when Gaethje said break you, he literally pieced him from the legs up and Johnson just crumpled. It was the picture of what breaking looks like. And I don't think he's ever come back from that. So I got Malarkey. His striking is very disciplined. He keeps his hands up. He's in tight. His defense is good. So I'm not really worried about Johnson. I think Johnson will probably come out with some good hands in the first round. It'll be a tight first round, and then Malarkey will start to wear on him, lean up, push that gigantic anvil chin of his into the cage and lean on him. And I think Malarkey pays some dues in the bank by going to the body early and breaks him in the second. I got Malarkey TKO second round.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, and a big shout out to the Ojai Valley Inn for setting me up with some higher speed internet. And then also Noah, who's right now currently making sure that the crowd that is following the Big O around Ojai doesn't bother me during the show. So that's a big shout out to Noah. Actually, that's not true. He's not.
Do you hold up quiet signs in the back like you're playing?
Yeah, he's just a really cool guy that gave me a water. So big shout out to Noah. All right. Let's go to a flyweight fight. And it's a women's flyweight fight. We got Cavillo at 9-4 versus Nunez at 10-7. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but Cavillo has fucked us before.
Not me.
Right? And not in the way that any of us are looking for. All right. So like it cost us some serious money. So I'm gonna stay away from this one because as I said earlier, women, they continue to just have their way with us, and I'm not going to deal with these fights anymore. So, Joe, what say you?
When Bill said that this card sucks, this is what he was talking about. Yes. Cynthia Calvillo, she fought on that card in Vegas that I was at 266 against Jessica Andrade and got murked like we said she would. She's one of those pretty face, good athlete, can hit a bag really well and is a good wrestler. So let's throw her in the octagon prospects. Now, it's not all hype. And, I heard earlier this week in a podcast, and I'm going to repeat it, even though it's not the nicest thing to say, but Nunez is more of a stay-at-home wife to Amanda Nunez than she is a fighter. She switched weight classes because she doesn't want to go through a weight cut. Look, her wife is Amanda Nunez. Legitimately, Nick, I don't know if you knew that, but they got the millions, okay? Nunez, she doesn't want to go through a bad weight cut because she's not really a fighter anymore. She just wants to be out there, make the weight that she agreed to because she jumped up a weight class and get a paycheck. Cynthia Calvillo still has something to fight for. She's 29. She's got a lot of fights for a female, but she's not really a veteran yet. So I think she's got a lot to learn, a lot more to fight for, and she's just a better talent. And I'm not going to bet this fight anything but the distance because it's going the distance. I guarantee it.
Wait,
but I'm taking Cynthia
Nunez
Calvillo.
Married to the badass Nunez?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her wife.
Okay. So I don't want to cut you off there, but I did because I did. So
all right.
Yeah. We're good?
Go ahead, Bill. I'm good, buddy. I got Cavillo.
Right.
Cavillo by split decision.
Cavillo by split decision. I like that. I wonder what the odds are on that one. Bill, what say you?
I'm very close to that. Joe's right in a few things. 100%. This is going the distance. So betting the over is the safest bet on this one. I lean towards Cavillo just because she's fought the better fighters, so that's where her experience is going to come in. Nunes is just not good. But here's Cavillo's last, we'll go 6 fights, was Andrea Lee, Jessica Andrade, Caitlin Chukagian, Jessica I, Marina Rodriguez. And I mean, she beat Jessica I and took Marina Rodriguez to a draw. I mean, not great, but it's way better than Nunes's repertoire. But both of them aren't great. They're both coming off losses. If this were to go under, it would be Nunes get caught in an armbar. I don't see that happening now. I think we've talked about it before, Nick. I think this is going to be that, hey, this is that fight where you go start up the grill.
Go start the grill fight.
Yeah, this is just not going to be a great fight. If you want to bet money line, go with Cavillo. I think that's your safest bet. But the real safe bet here is betting the over. It's going to go the distance. So if you're going to do a parlay, take the over on this fight. Don't go money line. But if you just feel the need to go money line because you want to earn some big bucks, go with Cavillo. But yeah, Cavillo decision. It might be a split. Who knows? But like Joe said, just take the over on this one. That's your safe way to go.
All right, very nice. There you have it, fight fans. Now again, I'm the Big Earl. If you follow the Big Earl's page, I wanted to start a men's resilience month. And I don't think you guys understand that we have a month for everything, but where is the men's resilience month? And that's a good time to bring this up because, like Bill just said, this fight will cost you money. All right, you have to be resilient to bet this fight because you're going to bet Cavillo because that's what you're supposed to do, and then it'll be a decision, and then all of a sudden, wait, it wasn't even a good fight, and I just lost all my money. But all right, so Men's Resilience Month, we're with you here at Veteran Trash Talk. All right, drop your lines on there. Men need a month too. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. It's a heavyweight fight, and it's Vandera at 12-8, and he's fighting Sherman at 15-10. Now, I can't take all the credit for this. Muffin Fingers helped me out with this pick earlier when we were thinking about it. But we're looking at Sherman here in the first round with a spinning turret hammer fist. Okay. Bill, what say you?
No. I listen.
Joe, his name is Sherman. He's a tank.
Yeah.
Okay,
So this is the fight
the turret spins and then it's a hammer fist.
The Shermanator was named Sherman too.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, okay. It's how it's.
Here's the thing. Neither one of these guys belongs on the main card. I can pick 3 fights off the prelims that should be on the main card over these guys. Why Sherman still continues to get a paycheck with the UFC, I will never figure out. Leaves Vandera is still putting up respectful fights. He lost to Olenek in a submission, but so have like 45 other people. And he held his own against Olenek, to be honest with you. I thought he looked okay. And he's just a lot bigger as Sherman. And Sherman is just garbage. I don't know why he's on this fight card. I don't know why he continues to get on main cards. He just needs to go away.
Bill.
He is not. So I'm going Vandera. What round? Oh man, I don't even know which round I want to go. Take Vandera money line. I don't think this is going to go the distance, to be honest with you. God, Chase Sherman just pisses me off. He's on the main card. But I don't know. I'll take Vandera first round. I think it's gonna be a first round submission after he gets rocked with a strike. I think he's gonna wobble, go down, and Vandera's gonna jump on him and get a choke off on him. So I'm gonna go Vandera first round submission, but it'll be precipitated by a nice right hand.
There you have it, fight fans. Joe, what say you?
Yeah, if Sherman's a tank, then Vandera's a javelin because he's not gonna be able to do anything. Vandera is like 30 pounds bigger than he is. Sherman, even though he's got that face on him, it looks like you could hit him with a concrete block and he'd stand there, but you'd be wrong. He's been knocked out 4 times. He's lost his last 4, been finished twice. I'm going to go ahead and say Vanderov by, I'm going to say TKO in the first.
There you go. So it's a pretty clear decision on who to bet on this one. It's whether or not you want to spice it up with a little bit of action on how it happens. All right, little break here in the action again. Check out
6 of Sherman's last 10 losses were finishes. The guy does not deserve to be on a main card.
So, anyways, don't bet on Sherman. All right, this seems to be playing out like a Big Earl card here. So take all the Big Earl's picks, put maybe $3 on it. You might get paid off like 75 on the $3 bet. So go ahead and give it a shot. This seems like a Big Earl card where I'm like, ha next weekend. But anyways, I doubt it. Remember, stay away from the Big Earl picks. Now, go to fleettex.com if you're looking for a job. All right, that's our sponsor. They bought into our whole mission at Veteran Trash Talk and Gruntworks, which is to lower the veteran suicide rate. They want to do the best that they can and hire veterans and give guys jobs. So go check out fleettex.com. If you, Joe, maybe you could explain it for maybe like a minute. Like if you need their services, not needing a job, how would you go about hiring FleetTex to work for your company?
Oh, I mean, same way you'd go about applying. Check us on the website and call somebody in the front office. So schedule myself if you're in Michigan or in the area. Shoot, I just got back from Cleveland a little bit ago with the Celtic Warrior Kevin Travers, who killed it all week long. But yeah, I mean, if you're a company looking to put tracking devices on your fleet so you're not paying crazy, ridiculous insurance prices, contact FleetTex, find us online, and we have several big customers that only use us exclusively. There's a reason why Ryan likes veterans. It's because he's got the same standards. Our work is just clean, professional, and I honestly, man, I love it. So anybody that's looking to apply, you won't be disappointed, and anybody that's looking for our services will probably be the last company you use for it.
That's awesome. Good plug there. Hey, hopefully FleetTex hires a lot more veterans because it sounds like a super awesome deal. So check out fleettex.com and go make some money. Stop being a parasite on the economy. All right, let's go to the next fight, and it's a bantamweight fight. You got Silva de Andrade at 28-4 versus Nurmagomedov. Yeah, that guy again. All right, he might be related to the other Nurmagomedov. Don't know how to say his name. And the other Nurmagomedov. Anyways, so we're gonna get past it. He's 15-2, but this is where the dream stops, and it's not gonna be his fault. All right, it's gonna go to decision, and right before the judges come out with their decision, our fearless leader Joe Biden is gonna sanction all Russian UFC fighters from getting decisions. So you're gonna get a UN-sanctioned decision for Silva de Andrade via Russia. All right, Bill, what say you?
It's Joe's turn, but
Joe's turn. My fault.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be probably, in my mind, other than Fiziev Dos Anjos, this is going to be the best fight of the night here. It may be a 3-minute fight.
I agree with that.
Silva de Andrade is 37 years old. He's only lost against the best competition. He is a banger, man. This guy likes to throw hands. He's got 22 knockouts. And that's really, you know, blasting you loses your punch. That's really his only hand that he's got to play here with Nurmagomedov, his connect on a power shot. So I think he's going to be throwing heavy hands, and Nurmagomedov is going to do what he does in that division, stay at distance and piece him up. You know, we all saw what happened to Jose Aldo when he tried to overextend against Conor McGregor. He got slept for it. So I think Nurmagomedov striking actually gets Andrade to do a panic shoot, or he strikes him enough to where he can get inside on him and does his patented guillotine and takes the neck. And I got Nurmagomedov by first round submission.
Very nice. So he's not going with the UN sanctions. I got it. Remember, you know, not all of us put the time and effort into the picks like I do. So, Bill, what say you?
First of all, the fact that you think Biden or the UN can pull off anything is amazing.
Joe Biden doesn't even know where he
careful,
is.
You're going to trigger Tanner here. Don't trigger Tanner. Not yet. Not this early. It's Friday.
Yeah, if you don't want to go to the MSNBC website, just watch Tanner Poit's Facebook feed. It's the same thing. So I mean, I'm almost exact with Joe, to be honest with you. The only thing that's different for me and Joe is I got it the second round. I think they're going to feel each other out the first round. I think the same thing's going to happen that Joe said. I just think it's going to happen in the second round, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I got Nurmagomedov by submission in the second round. He's got hands too, so Andrade might get sucked in and get caught with one, but I think it's going to go to the ground, where I think he actually isn't as good as Nurm is. And Nurm's the -350 favorite right now. And I agree with that.
They got him at 360 on ESPN. But I tell you, money play here, they're 135ers. They don't pick these to go under the distance very often. So money play here might be under the distance, because I don't think Andrade is going to last.
Which is true. I mean, Joe's right on that one. If you want to take a risky bet, taking this one under on the 135ers is actually a pretty good one. I just don't see Andrade hanging with them. Like I said, no need to just keep rehashing it. I'm with Joe all the way, except I just have it happen in the second round and not the first. So submission, Nurmagomedov.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So, I mean, this looks like a pretty, I think we're going to make some money again this weekend. And those of you who aren't paying attention, stick around. All right. They're going to give you their parlays. They're going to give you your DraftKings sleeper, their locks. And like I said, the big girl turned $30 in about $750 last weekend. So let's make this happen again, boys. All right. Middleweight fight. Borrallo at, was that 11-1? I think I was on my sixth daiquiri by the time I wrote this one down. And then Petrosian is at 7-1. Now, you guys pay attention, right? I know a lot of you don't watch the actual news and know what's going on, but Petrosian was a guard on Epstein's Island, right? And to be the kind of guy that guards that island, right? You're a badass, okay? Like you're willing to kill so that kids can get raped, right? So I don't like this guy. I don't want him to win. But you just think about his pedigree, and that's why it's going down. I'm going former security guard for Epstein's Island, Petrosian, first round knockout. All right. I'm already drunk. Who's next? Bill, let's go.
So I think the safer bet on this one is to take the under on this one. I think this one's going to end quickly. I'm with Borrallo on this one. He's the heavier favorite. He's a -240, 250, depending on what you're looking at, whether it's DraftKings or MGM. Listen, Petrosian is dangerous too. The problem is both these guys are new. They both only got one fight in Dana White's Contender Series, and then maybe one or two fights in the UFC on these real undercards. But Petrosian's last one, I think, was a split decision against a fucking no-name guy. So again, if I'm betting money line, is Borrallo to finish. I think the safe bet here is to take the under on this one. Both these guys are going to come out. They're not ground guys. These guys just like to throw heat at each other. So I think it's going to end early. I got Borrallo by TKO first round. But the safe bet is take the under on this one. Both these guys can connect. Both of you guys are too new for us to make really solid, educated decisions on this one, to be honest with you. They're roughly the same size. But take Borrallo money line. But like I said, the safe bet is take the under on this one. This one is definitely going to be a finish. It's not going to decision.
Boom. So there you go. End that fight to KO. All right, Joe, what say you?
Yeah, I like Borrallo, and I'll tell you why I'm going to watch this kid. And I think the only thing that kills him when he gets up into the higher ranks is his height. He's 5'10" in the middleweight. But
yeah,
to start off against Omar Gadzaev, who is 13-0 in your UFC debut, and win and make him 13-1, I became a believer in this kid after that. Petrosian, 7-1 with 6 knockouts. This fight very well could. The only thing that I think saves him is Borrallo's got a 4-inch reach advantage. He's got long arms for a guy who's 5'10". And he fought really, really disciplined in his first fight against an undefeated fighter, and he gave him his first loss. So something about this kid's fight IQ and his fight maturity and just how crisp and clean his technique looked. I like him to take the W over Petrosian. And I think Petrosian's going to have enough confidence in his hands to stand there and trade it out. I think Borello clips him. And I got the same thing Bill does. I got Borello by, I'm going to say, in a really good fight, Borello clips him in the third round. But I'm also going under the distance, which FanDuel has at minus 176. But Borello by TKO is a plus 340. I'll take that flyer.
Oh, there you go. Plus 340. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I put that one on there.
And Nurmagomedov is plus 340 to win by submission only. That's another flyer I'm putting out there because he loves that guillotine. And once he gets it in, it's over. You're not getting out. So plus 340 money. I might parlay those two fights just that way for $10.
All right, perfect. Hey, so those of you just tuned on, again, this is UFC Fight Show with Veteran Trash Talk. Our whole mission at Veteran Trash Talk is to lower the veteran suicide rate, active duty suicide rate. And, we do that through a good time, through, engaging with each other, building a community, and promoting veteran-owned businesses, promoting companies like FleetTech that, hires veterans, all that good stuff. And then also partnering with nonprofits, which Bill will give the plug later on at the end of the show for one of our awesome favorite nonprofits, the Gold Star Teen Adventures. And then he'll give a plug on that. That's what we do. And again, thanks for watching and say hi if you're watching on Gruntworks or Veteran Trash Talk and just say where you're watching from, what you think about the picks, and we'll respond to it. All right. The main event is a lightweight fight, and you got Dos Anjos. All right, which is Spanish for Don Angel. Is that 31-13, and he's going against Fiziev at
Nick,
11-1.
before you make your pick, I got to tell you this. It's important. It's an emergency.
Yeah.
The only fight you'll ever pick where it's two guys named Rafael.
Yeah, I struggle
Both
with
guys.
that. So
Both
I'm glad you brought that up because I struggle with this because I pick fighters based off their name and their jawline.
They're the same Ninja Turtle. What are you going to do, bro?
This was a tough one. That's why I said, I don't care. I literally have that in my notes. I said, I'm not picking this one. I don't care. All right. So, Joe, what say you?
This is a tough one. So I did what a man would do and I quit. I'm not doing it. No. Dude, this is crazy matchup. Honestly, I feel like RDA is getting to fight himself 10 years ago. I really do. Other than the fact that Fiziev is a much better kickboxer. I think Dos Anjos, his striking, his wrestling is really good. But I'm going to go ahead and say they have an absolute war. It's a great fight. But the fact that Fiziev is just a little more talented, a little stronger. And, Dos Anjos couldn't finish Paul Felder when Felder fought him on 5 days' notice. Ridiculously skinny. He looked emaciated compared to Dos Anjos, and Dos Anjos couldn't finish him. So I don't think that he can finish Fiziev. He's the same type of fighter, but Fiziev's better. And I think and Felder could fight off his grappling. If he could, Fiziev can. I got Fiziev winning a pretty unanimous decision here. Unanimous decision, but pretty clearly. 4 rounds to 1 on a couple, maybe 3 rounds to 2 on the other. But at the end of it, Dos Anjos looks like the elephant man, and he's busted up pretty bad. So I got Rafael Fiziev in a very good fight by unanimous decision.
All right, very nice. And now to the champ, which might not be the champ for longer. If this keeps going the way it's going, even though there's apparently a protest. All right, so we'll have to go back in the weeds and
people outside my house with signs and shit.
And then again, hey, fight fans, if you're watching, you know the actual score. Remember, we get drunk, we forget what happened. All right, and a lot of times we think that we're winning. Sometimes we're not, but it is what it is. Bill, what say you on this fight?
Yeah, good answer.
I feel like a winner. Is that enough, Mom?
That's what I'm saying. I felt like the infantry's won like last.
You're being a dick, Bill. Where's my trophy? I participated.
I mean, it's been a pretty bad stretch for the Bill here.
So no America. Everybody gets.
You're leaving out points from the Volkanovski fight night. But anyway, I digress.
So should we go back to 2, Joe? Are we okay to go back to 2?
The Volkanovski fight. Yeah, no, that's fine. The Volkanovski fight, we didn't go for a point. That was the same night as Izzy, right?
No.
Oh, see, this is where there could be a problem.
We didn't do a point.
I make a little asterisk on my fight card.
Listen, he's right.
On what the
we
fight
did have
is.
a fight that we disagreed on. We had 2 fights we disagreed on.
Right on one card.
But the one was close. That's cool. We'll go.
That's cool. We'll go back to 2. We'll give the Fister a little bit of we'll give him a little bit of more rope.
Fair is
and
fair.
We'll let him have 2.
Fair is fair.
That's fair is fair, I guess. Yep. All right. So what we got?
Let me have 2. Why, thank you. Because it's been so close for such little time. But anyway, I'm with Joe again. I'm with Joe on this one. It's going to be Fiziev. I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. The only area Joe and I disagree on, I think it's going to be closer than that. Not because I disagree with you on the talent of both people, Joe, and not because I disagree with you on how great Fiziev is. I don't trust fucking Sal D'Amato. I think this will be a split decision win by Fiziev, only because lately the UFC judges just suck. And that's the only reason. God, I hate UFC judges lately. But I think Fiziev is just the faster fighter, and I think his cardio is just going to be more superior than RDA. RDA is on a tear lately. He's still a great fighter. Joe had a great analogy. I think RDA is fighting himself 10 years ago, but it's just a faster, better cardio version of himself. Fiziev is also on a tear, and he's shown he can get hit, get rocked, and stay in there like he did against who was it? Leon.
Bobby Green.
Sorry.
Who'd you
say? It was
a
great fight. I think
Bobby Green.
Fucking Green. So yeah, I got Fiziev by decision on this one. I think it's going to go the distance. In my eyes, it'll be a unanimous decision, but I think in the judges' eyes, it's going to go to split. Because I think there's going to be a couple times where RDA gets him on the ground and holds him there just long enough for these bullshit judges to give him a round or 2.
And you might get the legends preference. When you've been a veteran in the game, sometimes you get a little bit of a nod.
And Joe and I will tell you, fight fans, anytime we see Sal D'Amato on a fight card,
I take 2 Tums and a shot of Pepto because I get heartburn immediately.
The guy drives me nuts every fucking time. But anyway, Fiziev decision. I think it's gonna be fight of the night, to be honest with you. 2 legends, Fiziev by decision, but it's gonna be a close fight.
Awesome. There you have it, fight fans.
Anybody ever taught their girlfriend how to drive at like 16? That's what it's like when Sal D'Amato is it's that kind of tension. Like, are we coming out of this okay? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty stoked about this fight card, guys, because it seems like you guys are on the same page. There's a lot of fights, and that means buku dollars. Those of you who are watching for the first time, when these guys agree on fights like this, it's usually pretty crazy and pretty easy to make money. So let's stay with the champ. All right, I got a lot of money to roll over here. What am I betting on? Let's get your parlays, your locks, and your DraftKings sleeper. Don't fail me this time.
Okay, so my locks. I'm actually going to take Fiziev, but also take the over on that one. That's a really safe bet with that one. If you take the over on the Fiziev fight, I think you're going to be real solid. But I still got Fiziev winning on that one. There's another one on the early prelims. Onama. Guys, a minus 800, also a lock. It's probably also going to be pretty damn quick. Then take parlay. Take Fizz, Onama, Malarkey, and I like Ricky Tercios to win his fight as well. I think that's a really safe parlay. And if you want to get a little bit ballsy, you can throw in Nurmagomedov to make your parlay a little longer. And like Joe said, if you're in a state that you can do FanDuel, I would actually take that bet to take Nurm by submission. I think that's a really safe bet. Normally I throw in Vander on this one. I still might be honest with you. You'll see you send it 7th page. I'll post some bet tickets. I'm gonna do one with Vander. The only reason why I'm staying away from him a little bit is because sometimes with these shitty ass heavyweights, one lucky punch rocks one of them, and your parlay is out the window. But hey, you never know. Vander is still a pretty safe bet, to be honest with you. If I'm picking a DraftKings sleeper, honestly, I think the best DraftKings sleeper on this fight card would be to take Nina Nunes. But still on that fight, if you're going to bet that fight, just take the over. that's your grill fight. Take the over on that one. It's going to go to decision. But if you want to pick a DraftKings sleeper, I'm going with Nina Nunes.
Very nice. There you have it. I got that written down. Hey, fight fans, write these down. Okay, Joe, give us the locks, the parlays, and the DraftKings sleeper.
All right, I'm gonna reverse that one and give you my DraftKings sleeper first. I'm going with another female fight on the prelims, and I'm taking Courtney Casey over Shevchenko's sister. Shevchenko's sister, and that's all I'm calling her. I'm not even learning her first name because she's
Not
there
the same
because
fighter.
she's there because she's Shevchenko's sister. So I'm going to take Courtney Casey as my DraftKings sleeper, and this will be 6 weeks in a row if she hits. So the last 5 times we've said they were an underdog, they won. So I'm going to take her. And plus, these female fights that go the distance, dude, they're all a coin flip. Okay? They're all a coin flip. I mean, you have no idea how the judging is going to end up. So my locks are Fiziev, and I love the Jamie Malarkey bet over Michael Johnson. I just think there are 2 different paths in her career. So I'm gonna say Malarkey and Fiziev are my locks. My parlay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take David Onama is also another lock, but he's so expensive I'm not even betting him. All right, just because you never know what can happen in that fight. Okay, so here's my parlay. It's Shevchenko and Casey to go the distance. Okay, that fight to go the distance.
Absolutely.
Ricky Turcios, Jamie Malarkey. I like Nurmagomedov, and I like Borrello. So I'm going to go Nurmagomedov, Borrello, and Fiziev. So it's Shevchenko and Casey the distance, Ricky Turcios and Malarkey, and then Nurmagomedov, Borrello, and Fiziev. There's a 6-fighter.
Boom, perfect. Hey, Joe, don't throw a Detroit Tigers game in there on that parlay, okay? Let's just roll with that.
I
one,
only do the
right?
Tigers when they're live because I know how shitty their bullpen is.
But hey, Bill, give a plug again real quick, and hey, if you guys are watching, thank you so much. And again, we here at Veteran Trash Talk, we try our best to promote the right nonprofits for you guys to donate money to, and we found one with Bill and this one. So, Bill, give us that plug real quick.
Again, before we get out of here, Gold Star Cheetah Ventures, please go to their website, donate money. They've actually won awards for being one of the best nonprofits out there. The most amount of money goes directly to these kids. They take all your donations and they take it all and give it to kids of our Gold Star members, which means kids of our fallen brothers and sisters. They take them out on deep sea fishing trips, scuba diving trips, hunting trips, or just basically little summer camps, and they follow them all the way up until they get into college. Just letting these kids know that they are not forgotten, just like their parents. Like we said before, every Memorial Day, we always say, hey, till Valhalla, never forget. But a lot of times the kids they leave behind are forgotten. So this company, this nonprofit takes all these kids, they bring them all together, let them know they're not forgotten, and take them on all these fun trips, and let them know they're not alone. Gold Star Teen Adventures.
Hey, thanks, Bill, for that. And again, yeah, check them out. And then also our sponsor, FleetTex. If you're looking for a job, say it one more time, go to fleettex.com. I think there's a dash in between Fleet.
And he came across our radar because he donated on my birthday to make my fundraiser for Gold Star Teen Adventures to reach its goal. So he gets the mission. He's totally has a he feels like his service to this country is serving veterans, and that's why Ryan's a great dude to work for. FleetTex is up. I love it, man. I love going to work.
Absolutely. And I am at the Ojai Valley Inn. So that is what
beautiful.
Like
Making your mic quiet.
It is nice. All right. So I'm going to go back to the pool and back to whooping Jeff Wright, a former paratrooper of Ventura Training and Athletics, our old sponsor. I'm going to go back to kicking his ass because I just heard him walking by, so he can hear me. And that's going down. Anyways, I turned $30 into $750 last weekend, guys. So pay attention to the fights and make sure you write them down. We will see you guys next week. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment
and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.